welcome to another YouTube video. Today you find me back at Glastonbury Abbey, but today is no normal day because today is the annual Medieval Fayre. As you can see behind me, there are plenty of tents, loads of people wandering around. There's jousting, there's archery, there's people with axes and swords. A normal day in Glastonbury basically. But hey, we're going to have a look round, see what's here. So why don't you follow me and we'll go and have a look. So I'm here today with Rob, Sue and Rod. I got that right, didn't I?
No, you got it
No,
the
you got
wrong
it
way
the wrong way
round.
round.
Well, it's all right. We don't
Rod, Sue and Rob. And they are...
They'll answer to anything.
Yeah, and the name of your outfit is?
We're known as a Merry Noise.
And I am what a palaver.
What a palaver. So we've got a noise and a palaver all in one shot. Not very often you see that on YouTube. So, what is it you do and what have you got here to show us? What are these instruments?
Well, we play medieval and Tudor music for all sorts of events, and today that's what we're doing, isn't it?
It is, yeah, and we've bought lots of different instruments. So this is a copy of a guitar from about 1535, from about the time of Henry VIII. So it's a little bit modern for this event, but it's a very useful piece of kit.
Here, look at the wood on the grain on that. That's
Yeah.
absolutely splendid. So
And the
this is
rose
an
there.
early forerunner
Of a guitar?
of the guitar.
Yeah. And it's all been
Tuned
handmade.
similarly? No, it's got
No,
extra strings.
this is tuned like a bit like a modern day ukulele, but this tuning came first because we know
So the ukulele was tuned like this,
Yeah.
rather
Yeah,
than
the other way around.
rather than the other way around.
So are these forming a droning roll again?
No, just so you can use them for chords.
Okay.
So they're tuned in G, C, E, A, and these frets are actually tied on gut
Oh, look,
frets,
they are, yes.
so you can move them. But these are simulated gut because it's just easier to work with those. But these are tied on frets, so they're not set in like on modern guitars. And the rose is a little more ornamental.
It is.
And then you've got the lovely sort of inlay at the back.
And it is the first instrument to be called a guitar.
It is. And then behind us we've got lots of things like bagpipes, because they were quite popular back in the medieval times, and some shawms, which are sort of the forerunner of the oboe, and recorders, which have been around for a very, very long time.
And a trombone, are they old?
Well, yeah, that's not actually a trombone, that's called a sackbut.
Sackbut.
There you go.
Okay.
So it's a forerunner of a trombone. So yes, they are old,
Wow.
sort of late 15th century. So-
And I've got to ask, what's the thing down there on the floor with the box?
The box, that's called a symphony. Shall I get it?
Please do,
Yeah.
yes, I'd love to see what that is. This is called a symphony. I've never seen one of these before. Oh, is it like a hurdy-gurdy type
It
thing?
is a bit like a hurdy-gurdy type thing.
Hurdy-gurdy.
And what you do is you turn the handle, makes a noise. So by turning the handle, it turns the wheel, which is like a circular bow,
Yeah.
and these tangents here make the notes.
And there's
So
them
change-
three strings, and
change
they're
the
kind
pitch.
of gut strings, aren't they?
They are, yeah. That one's the one that makes the melody, and these
Yeah,
two are drones,
drones.
just like on a bagpipe. So that's a symphony,
That's beautiful.
yeah,
That
made by our good friend Paul Baker.
Wow. So are you a jester?
I am indeed, yes. I'm a fire breather, fire eater. I'm a fire eater, fire breather, and juggler.
And juggler. Just
for
to
you.
show you, where you are, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, look at that. Fantastic.
Is there no end to my talent? Yes, and that's the end.
And that is the end of the talent.
Yep,
Well,
that's it,
It
really,
has to
yeah.
end somewhere, doesn't it? So, will you be doing fire breathing?
I will
for
be
us
doing
then?
fire breathing throughout the weekend, yes.
We will come and film that for you later on. And you guys are going to be giving a performance later on.
We
I believe.
will,
We
yes,
are,
later
yeah.
on in
Of
the
your
day.
marvellous
4:30 this
4:30.
afternoon, but then tomorrow as well. So
Well, thank you very much.
very
I shall
welcome.
come back and see your performances later.
Jolly
And hopefully the sun's going to stay out and it's not going to rain tomorrow.
fingers crossed.
It's gorgeous tomorrow.
Gorgeous tomorrow.
Fabulous.
Gorgeous.
It'll be wonderful, yeah.
Right then, ladies and gentlemen, so you cannot come to one of these events without bumping into the clunkies or clankies or whatever people call them, knights in armour. And I have here two esteemed gentlemen with me. I'm talking to
Bishop Henry Beaufort,
Bishop Henry Beaufort, no less.
and I am Lord Frederick Delamere.
My lord, thank you very much for joining me today to talk a little bit about what you do and the technicalities behind your splendid armour here. Do you both fight in armour?
I'm not. I'm a non-combatant. When I'm doing shows, especially big shows, I'm mostly water bear.
It's an important job when it's hot.
5.5 stone of solid metal armour. They are very important, the water bearers.
So tell me a bit about the armour. I mean, how much does an average suit, I mean there's no such thing as an average suit, but so how much does the suit we have here weigh?
Oh, that one weighs approximately 5 stone, excluding the mail and the shield and the sword.
Because the mail's heavy, isn't it? How much would a suit of armour cost if somebody wanted to get into this?
Second hand could be relatively cheap. I say cheap, £400, £500. But if you're going to get something made to measure, it could range anything between £3,000 and £10,000, depending on how much you want to spend on it and how intricate you want the designs in the armour.
Now the swords you've got here these are traditional for the period, presumably?
They are. They're based on proper patterns, and they're the correct weight and size.
Presumably these aren't broadswords, are they?
What we would call broadswords are a hand and a half swords. The hand and a half sword, because you could hand it one-handed, but you could also use it two-handed. With the gauntlets on, it's about a hand and a half.
Well, thank you both so much for talking to me. It's been a pleasure meeting you. Because the acting thing is to say break a leg, but it doesn't seem quite right saying that around here. Well, hope to see you again around the circuit soon.
Absolutely will.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, hang on. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go for the really high throw and then I'll get on with the fire show. However, I do need to say a warning. There is always a danger with the high throw that the wind will catch the Diablo and throw it into the audience.
Please don't!
If that should happen, I will scream the word heads. If I scream the word heads, what I need you to do is put your hands behind your heads, lean forwards and go, ah!
Okay. How about we practice?
I know you're laughing, but it's for your own safety.
How about we practice?
So, yeah, good idea. We'll have a quick practice. Here we go then. Heads! Okay. High throw with a catch on the string, but you have been warned.
Okay. I'm very scared now.
Here we go.
Because of your warning. Should I be scared because of your warning?
Heads! Wow! Did you see how high that went?
No, you didn't do anything!
I know I didn't. All right, hang on. I just need to take this off just so I can see what I'm doing.
Okay. Otherwise it could end very badly.
High throw with the catch, then the fire show.
Yay! I want to. I feel like this is going to end badly.
Not for me, it's not kid.
That makes me even more nervous.
I'll have been a Jesse. You get away with threatening a kid and nobody cares.
What?
Okay, so I'm here backstage with some members of the group Steam Horse who put on that amazing display that you saw earlier and that you'll see again at 3 o'clock this afternoon. And you're Tom.
I'm Tom.
And you're TJ.
TJ, yeah.
And you're the brains behind the operation, I guess.
You could say that, I
I
suppose.
just did say that. Okay. Officially, guys, they're the brains behind the operation. So this must take a lot of putting on, because you're doing this most weekends, I guess normally, wouldn't you be normally?
Yeah, generally all summer. Yeah.
Wow,
every
how do
weekend,
the horses
so
like it?
they love it.
Do they?
Absolutely love it. Yeah, yeah. You could try and stop them doing it. Last year, they were so bored because we had no shows.
Really?
They would keep coming to the gate every time we started the lorry, or every time we got any equipment out to paint or mend. They'd be at the gate.
I want to run
Yeah,
at something.
they love it. Absolutely love it.
It's a game for them,
Yeah,
isn't
definitely. Yeah, they can charge about fast and hit things, and yeah, it's great.
it? These horses, what are they?
We've got Andalusian, Frisian, Thoroughbred, Welsh Section D, and another Andalusian at the end.
So, how many people in the team?
At the moment, about 20.
Yeah, 20, so.
Wow.
Which is great. It's fantastic. We love having new people come in and wanting to do it. The enthusiasm and the energy is just brilliant.
So if somebody wanted to do this, they can actually get in touch with you
certainly.
and say,
yeah,
hey,
absolutely.
I want to throw
Not
myself.
guaranteed to be able to do it because we do have an awful lot of people, especially riders, saying, "Oh, can I come and ride with you?" Unfortunately, no, you can't. There's a lot of groundwork first.
I was going to
and
say,
a lot of years of work
even-
before you can ride. We've all started on the ground. We've all done all of that. We've worked our way up from the ground crewing, picking up poo, grooming horses. All of that. We don't tend to just let people come in and.
So, King Arthur, no, we don't need any King Arthurs. What we need is shit shovelers. So if you want to shovel shit, work your way up, this is the place to come. Where are you based?
Just outside Taunton.
Oh, so you're
Fivehead.
local?
Yeah, local.
And how many of these events would you normally do in a year?
So we've got 9 this year.
Yeah.
We originally had this one and we've picked some more up. It's sort of 9 or 10 a year, about the average. This is our more local one, so it's quite nice, so like coming back here. We do sort of county shows as well, other medieval festivals, sort of varied work, mainly doing jousts. We do a couple of other different shows as well. We do a bit of a circus show and a Wild West show as well.
Oh, really?
But our jousting's our main one and the most fun, definitely.
So who are you when it's Wild West? You Calamity Jane, presumably?
Something like that. Or the Calamity.
Well, listen, it's been lovely talking to you. Thank you again, and thank you for the wonderful displays you put on today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, I'm here with two very esteemed gentlemen who are going to tell you who they are and what they're doing.
This is Johnny Mason.
Hi, and this is Guy Clifford.
And you do what, exactly?
Right, I'm one of the organisers of Fantasy Forest Festival.
And I'm helping one of the main exhibitors at Fantasy Forest Festival, which will be Terry English.
Terry English, the armourer.
The armourer
Indeed.
from all the Hollywood films.
Absolutely.
And I will be jumping around in a suit of armour made by Terry. And I will be making a nuisance of myself. I will be scaring children. But apart from that, we will be having a great time, won't we?
Indeed.
A
Yes.
normal day in Glastonbury.
A normal day in
Yeah,
Glastonbury,
yeah.
but transported into another dimension, which is called Fantasy Forest.
Now, Fantasy Forest. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Fantasy Forest is coming up in July.
17th and 18th of July.
July, and you really need to hear about this. So, guys, tell us all about Fantasy Forest.
Well, it's at the beautiful venue of Sudeley Castle on the edge of the Cotswolds. A lot of historical building. We've got a large area there. We've got the largest open air fantasy market in the country. We have got lots of fields, recreational field, medieval field, an orc field, an orc encampment where the kids can be made into orclets.
Orclets, yes. And you're going to have the Swords of Cygnus are going to be there. Now, the
Indeed.
Swords of Cygnus are an all-girl team that fight in real armour. That's the real heavyweight stuff, and they have blunted weapons, so they don't kill each other, but they
There you go,
compete
hell
in
for leather at it.
They compete in tournaments all over the world. And they are going to be there at Fantasy Forest again.
Yes.
And they are going to be putting on demonstration bouts for people to go and look. So it'll be an inspiration for all those young ladies that have always wanted to be warriors. They can dream with their eyes open because it's going to happen.
Shield Maidens, walk this way.
Absolutely.
We've got two stages for live music. We have on Saturday evening we have a wicker burning ceremony, a fire ceremony, which is a highlight of the event. It's great. It's great. It really is good.
It's going to be a wicker phoenix to celebrate the rebirth of the festival after last year's non-event due to the big C that we don't talk about.
We don't talk about that. No,
Let's
we don't
face
talk
it, the
about
world out there at the moment's been a bit awkward.
Yeah.
But they can come to Sudeley Castle, to Fantasy Forest.
it. Bit of freedom.
Exactly.
If
Escapism.
people want to get out there and be their fantasy character in a safe zone where they can have fun for a whole weekend, this is the place to come.
I should point out, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, it might not be obvious, but John here, you will have seen him if you've seen the poster for this year's medieval festival.
The beard is the giveaway.
The beard is the giveaway.
The beard is the giveaway.
Sadly, I was off having lunch and he took his armour off, so we missed seeing him in armour.
Only a part-time night today, but I will be a full-time night there. No,
Well, listen, guys, it's been absolutely marvellous to talk to you. I hope the event is a massive success. I'm hoping to come along and take some videos, so if you can't make it, keep watching this channel. But in the meantime, good luck and thank you for talking to me.
Thank you very much
You're
indeed.
welcome, and we'll see you
don't
there.
forget, dream with your eyes open.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm fast approaching the end of my oh, that was a bit cold. I'm fast approaching the end of my little bit of nonsense. I do, however, have one final trick for you. Because what I'd like to attempt for you now is the most difficult and most dangerous trick you will ever see a fire breather perform. A few moments ago, you saw the normal standing fire blow. You saw how close the flames were coming back towards the face. However, there is the element of safety in being able to jump away from the flame should the flame come too close to face. But this time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I intend to remove all elements of safety, because this time I intend to breathe fire while standing on my head. You've really not worked out how dangerous this is, have you? I am going to attempt to breathe fire while standing on my head. It's more dangerous than that. It's more dangerous than that. It's even more dangerous than that. Yeah, it's probably not quite that dangerous. However, before I do this, I do require somebody very special from the audience. I'm looking for somebody bold, somebody courageous, somebody stupid. I'm also, unfortunately at this point, I am looking for an adult in the audience. I'm saying an adult, actually. Gentlemen, just there, just stand up for a minute, just stand up for a minute. Yeah, you're probably tall enough. Step this way, step this way. Can I just ask your name, please? Sorry? Matthew. It's all right, I just need to know that for insurance purposes, Matthew. Now, Matthew, what's going to happen in a moment, I'm going to stand on my head. When I stand on my head, I want you to grab my ankles. You with me so far, Matthew? Good. Matthew, I will then breathe fire. Matthew, you let go, if you can, okay? So, Matthew, we're just going to practice the headstand here. We're not going to do the fire blow. You stay where I'm just checking the wind. I think that's sort of where we are. So you just stand there. So, Matthew, I am just going to disinfect my boots in these modern times. Health and safety at its finest, eh? So, Matthew, what will happen when I'm really doing it? You face me a little bit more. That's good. I will do the headstand. You grab my ankles. I will go with the fire. Well, hang on, Matthew. Let's do that again. Grab my ankles. I will go with the fire. Then you let go. That's good. That's good. Perfect, Matthew. All right, Matthew, are you ready? Good. Audience, are you ready? Yeah. Yes, you're both ready. Just try that again. Just the kids, are you ready? Just the adults, are you ready? Just the sulky teenagers, are you ready? Whatever. Person filming Matthew's last moments, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Nothing to worry, Matthew. Well, nothing for me to worry about. So the wind is pretty consistently at that guy there. That's okay. horse were very brave, Matthew. Take a bow, Matthew. Take a bow, Matthew. Take a bow, Matthew. Take a hike, Matthew.
Fine handmade recorders by Master Tim Cranmore of Malvern. There he is. Don't be put off by the hat. So thank you very much. We've been a Merry Noise.